The reason why we said up with justice, because we knew quite well that there is injustice. That is why people are hungry. Okay, I'm not sure if you have made any research, but research has shown to us that the food that the world produces, even in Europe, the food that is produced in Europe is more than enough to feed the whole world. Why are we hungry? Why are people in Africa? Why are people in Asia hungry? Why are they going hungry? When food that is produced in Europe can feed the whole world, it's enough to feed the whole world, only in one part of the world, that is Europe. So it means there is injustice. So that's why we said, up with justice. We want that injustice to go away. We are fighting against that injustice. But we cannot fight, we cannot sit here and fight the injustice at the global level. Where does it start? Here. Okay? We have to fight justice within ourselves first. Fight justice within our family, our community, in this school, our village, our district, our region, our country. Then we come to West Africa. Africa as a whole, and then to the global platform. You see, it takes a very, 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 very long time. And this we think is possible for us to achieve. It is very possible. That is, if we change. But we have to change ourselves. We have to change our behavior. Are you doing justice to yourself? Are you doing justice to your family? Are you doing justice to your community? Are you doing justice to your people? This is what we need to ask ourselves, and this is what we need to play a new role in addressing that injustice at the global level. Okay. So the only way that we can do is, the only way that activists can do this is to create some of this platform, capacity building. Of course, we increase the knowledge, the skill, and the attitude of our people. These are the two things that we try to do. The knowledge, the skill, and the attitude. You have skills, but you need to build an attitude in order for you to develop that skill that you have. And that is what we think that activists is going to do in order to play its part in addressing that issue at the global level. Okay? So if you are an activist, of course you contribute in one way or the other. We believe everybody is an activist. If you are a youth, you are actively participating in any youth work, you are an activist. You are an activist. But we could be different in the sense that what we do is different from what other youth organizations do. Is that clear? So this is our story, and this is the story that we need to have at hand. This is what we are, and this is what we're supposed to be. So please, the reason why we said up with justice, that is the justice that we're saying, that is to address that injustice. That's why we said up with justice. And if we think if justice is addressed, of course hunger will be a history. There won't be any hunger. I said before, what Europe alone produces is far much more than enough to feed the whole world. Okay? Maybe you can hear from your brothers and sisters or your other people or your parents, uncles, those who travel. Some animals that live, some domestic animals, the way that they feed on is far much more than what a human being feeds in a developing country. Is that justice? No, it's not justice. Okay? How many of you are doing economics here? Good. In economics, demand and supply theory, I'm not very good. I'm not an economist. I'm not very good at it. But I learned during these trainings that I have attended that when there is too much circulation of good in the market, what happens? When there is too much circulation of good in the market, what happens? The price goes down. Is that clear? So the reason why food price is always going up, price is always going up. You know that, right? Why is it going up? Because of scarcity. It is scarce. Alright? It is not scarce because the producers are not producing enough. That is the direction that I'm taking you. I'm not sure you understand. It is not scarce because the producers are not producing enough. What the producers are producing is far much enough for the world to feed on. What is making it scarce now?
Distribution.
It's the supply.
Distribution.
Okay? Because that's what the business people will do. They will hold those materials, they won't supply it in the market. Because if they do, the price will go down. In some part of the world, some food materials will be thrown in the sea, in the water, for fish to feed, just only to control the market price. You see that injustice? Because they know quite well that if they sell it to people in Africa, people in Asia, they won't buy it from them. You understand? So their business they will not have profit in the business. So what they prefer is to remove all from the market, throw it in the sea, than give it to people. You understand? So these are serious injustices that are happening at the global level that we want to address. But unless we address the injustice that is going within ourselves, within our community, we cannot address that. Okay? These trainings that we do, we collect information, we collect ideas, we collect data. We are represented every year at the international level. We speak, we write. This is what is going on, this is our mind. And anything that we said represent the thoughts of every activista youth in the Gambia. Is that clear? At the end of this training, there will be an evaluation. That evaluation will be your thought. Your thought is going to be summarized and put in the thought of all the youth in the Gambia that is going to be voiced out at the international level. So it is from that we are able to gather information and pass it to the global level. This is what activism does. Okay. Of recent, we have been working with farmers because we knew quite well the backbone of our economy. We assume is agriculture, farming. That is what we are taught, and that is what we believe. Alright? And the only way to help is to help. The only way to raise that is to help the people that are involved. And research in the Gambia shows that 70% of the farm produce that are produced in the country are by women farmers. So what activism does now is to help those women farmers. How do we help them? We can't give them money. It's not sustainable. Okay? That's why when we do training, we don't give people money because it's not sustainable. When we call you for a training, some call it workshop. We don't call it workshop. The impression that you have is at the end of the day you take something home. We don't want you to spend very much. Of course, you need to have your own contribution, but we don't want you to spend much. But we don't also want to give you, because if we do, it's not sustainable. So what we do with these local farmers is to go around, have dialogue with them like we are doing here, collect the information because they don't have access directly to communicate with the policymakers. Who are these policymakers? Our parliamentarians. We voted them. We don't vote the parliament. We can have access. It is free. So-called this. I put it in quote. That's what they say. That you are free to go to the parliament and listen to them. You cannot contribute. If you are free to only to go and listen, you cannot contribute, then it's useless. The only way that you can contribute is through your MP. But our MPs carry the thought of the people that they represent. This is the question. Okay? That's why activism is going around. We go around the whole country to gather the thought of the people. We table it with the National Assembly. We said, this is what the governments are saying. This is what the government do. We table it with them. Is it clear? This is activism. Right? We support initiatives. We support new groups. And we also support other development agencies that are into youth activities. Activism does all this. This is what constitutes our story. And this is what we can boast of. This is what you can boast of as an activist to other people. And this is what we feel proud of.